peace, everyone. Today is November the 1st, 2023. My name is Jasmine, aka Jazz the Medium, and this is my journal entry today. Today, I've got two special guests on here. These two I've known you, Dre, since 2020, the end 2018, maybe the end of 2017. And I've known
Yeah, something
Empress
like that.
Crissy for a few years now as well. So we're going to get on here, talk about their podcast and the reasons for them going and doing their podcast. Just in case you missed it, last Thursday the episode with me and Empress Crissy aired. So go back and check that episode out. It was a really good episode, really good conversations. Since Empress was on the spot last time, we're gonna put Dre on the spot for a little bit. And then we'll talk about their podcast, okay? All right, Dre, you up.
Cool with it.
I want
That's
you to
what's
give
up.
me
Let's come on with it.
five fun facts about yourself. Five things you want everybody to know about you.
Uh, Fun facts. Well, I'm a comedian. I actually got a show on the 11th of November if you're in the Cincinnati area down at Epic Event Center on 811 Race Street. Um, Open mic coming soon too. I'm a dad. My son is 10 and he's 140 pounds, so there's that. What else? Um, I'm a diviner, of course. I read tarot cards and um, I'm becoming proficient in cardology. I'm a poet, so I do poetry, doing that penny dropper shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Um, and what else? I'm a real motherfucker, man. I'm just real. Like I just, I'm real. Like I'm about the real. So I'm all about being transparent and being, about my truth. That's five, ain't it?
Mhm. So, what led you on your spiritual path?
So I can't really say it was one thing. I was, I think I began my spiritual path like in 2007, 2008 when I started to hear about the Illuminati shit. And I started going on YouTube and I read um what's that book by David Icke? It's called The Biggest Secret, I believe that's the
Yep.
name of it. So I just started to get kind of I started to get real curious about stuff beyond Behold the Pale Horse. I read that, or I didn't read it in its entirety, but I became familiar with it. I just started to become like a data freak when it came to like knowledge. Then I moved to Tennessee. I was down there for a couple of years, and that was like spiritual school. I learned about like crystals and energy, and we was in hospitals doing energy healing. Like I was down there for like 2 days, and we was in hospitals like doing energy sessions with like my people. We was healing people, and just kind of took off from there. I started meeting a bunch of psychic people, and they was telling me I was psychic, and then I didn't know that. I actually, when I was in 2010, a guy read my birth chart. My guy, Osman Jala, I don't know if he listening, but he live in California now. Shout out to Osman, that's my guy. But he was like, he looked at my birth chart. He was like, man, you need to be working with your magic. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I didn't know what he was talking about. Like, magic to me at that point in time was David Blaine, David Copperfield and shit. Like I don't know how to levitate, my nigga. Like I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So then I came back to Cincinnati and I toiled around for a minute and then actually Jazz bought me a she gifted me a tarot deck and I've been reading cards pretty much ever since. I let it sit in my room for probably about 3 months. And then one day I picked it up and shit, I've been reading cards ever since and it kind of took off from there.
Yeah, I knew you was gifted when I saw
So
you.
that's kind of how
That's a
it started.
Yeah, I knew it. And you dope
That's
too.
what's up.
Well, you kind of answered my next question, which was What are your some of your spiritual gifts and how do you utilize them? What's some of
I'm
your
an
spiritual?
empath. I'm a feeler. Huh? What you say?
No, go ahead.
I thought you said something. My fault. I probably look goofy as hell when I just said that. But nah, I'm an empath. Very much so a feeler. Um, clear sentience is the clear. So I feel things very strongly. Um, so when I started reading cards, like I used to, think that I was like, is this right? Like, is this really what's going on? So I pull people's cards and then I tell them the interpretation, and they'd be like, damn, you hit it on the head. I'm like, for real? Like, damn, that's all right. Like, that's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really, I still wasn't sure, but also it's unique because my empath, my abilities as an empath kind of connect with my abilities as a writer. It's like most people like do their readings and they do them live and they pull cards, and most of my readings I do like I'll pull your cards and then I'll send you an interpretation because it whatever the writing ability, however that connect with my my empath ability, it just clicks like that, and I did my best read. I give my best readings like that. Um, I got a tad bit of clear clairvoyance. Like I've seen some stuff. I've heard some stuff. Well, actually, clear audience. I can hear sometimes. Like I can hear what's going on. I wish that shit would have kicked in with some some shit that happened recently, but I must have been blocking it off. But I can I can hear a little bit. So yeah, I'm tapped in, but it's more so as a feeler. Like I'm more of a feeler than anything. And I utilize them, like I said, through tarot cards. Sometimes I just be knowing, like whatever the knowing, I forget the clear for knowing. Sometimes I just know some shit. I be like,
Clear
hey,
cognizance. I think it's clear cognizance.
bro,
Yeah.
you
Clear
don't want to
knowing.
do that. Yeah, clear cognizance. Yeah, like it's clear cognizance. I'd be like, bro, you don't want to do that. Like perfect example. Like I don't know if you remember Jazz if you was following basketball at the time, maybe not, but 2000, the year 2000, I was at UC and I was going to school there, and I just had this feeling like that Kenyon Martin was like the best player on the team at that point in time, and like they had a really good team. They was gonna probably win the national championship, and I had this feeling like I was like, man, Kenyon Martin he about to break his leg. Like, I don't even know why I feel like that. Like, I don't know why I feel like that. So I just went on about my day. I went to class. I came back to the dorm, and it was like it's like complete silence. It was like super silent. Everybody was like seemed like they died. Everybody was acting like they had like they dog got ran over by a car or something. I'm like, why y'all like what's going on with y'all? So I walked into my dorm room and it was like Kenyon Martin just broke his leg. I said, oh shit, like, what the fuck was that? Like this is before I knew any of the gifts I had. Like so, so yeah, I know a little bit sometimes too.
Wow, that's dope. What are some of your, and I think you got all the clears too. I know some stronger than others, but I think you got all of them. What are what are
Probably.
some of your daily spiritual practices?
Um, I don't really have any. To be honest, I don't have anything that I do daily. I'm trying to get to the point where I meditate every day. Um, and I've been pushing myself to be more disciplined as far as like pulling spreads every day. But I've had some shifts in my life recently that's kind of got me a little bit off of there. But you know, I'm getting back to it. But more so, I meditation this year. I probably meditated more this year than I ever have, and it really started to kind of get stronger when I stopped smoking. I ain't smoked in like I used to smoke weed like a lot, but I don't smoke weed anymore. It's been like 2 months since I stopped smoking weed, and my dreams have been kind of starting to come in a little bit. Um, so in my meditation, like in my meditations, I can do more. Like I can hear more, I can see more, stuff like that. So I really need to start meditating more. But I don't have any specific daily practices, but I should. So I guess that was a wake up call to do that.
All right. What services do you offer?
Um, I do of course tarot readings. I do general readings. I offer services for if you have a specific question, one specific question, and a lot of people get on here and they be like, I want to know about my finances, my job, my kids. I be like, hold on, damn it, hold on, shit, one question, like, but so I do that, and then I also do I do those for 25. That's for tarot readings. I also do, but the thing that I feel like I do better than anything, I do relationship compatibility readings. Um, and it's kind of a mixture of like tarot and a mixture of cardiology a little bit. I mix them up, and you know, I do compatibility readings, and I've gotten some really good feedback about them. People tell me that and they're pretty insightful, stuff like that. Those are $88 though. I had to go up on them because people was like
How much you
88.
go? How much you charging?
Them the shit. 88. They
How
88 now.
and you should. And you should. Just to let everybody know, he did mine. When I first got into my relationship, I had Dre did mine, and the accuracy was immense. Like he described our personalities perfect. He described areas of strength for us perfectly. He even described, areas where we may struggle in or areas we need to work on. Um, Precisely. So if you're like newly in a relationship, or if you're in a relationship and you want more clarity, because I will say that oftentimes when you're in the midst of it, it's hard for you to really see what's going on around it and the energies that are going on around it when you're in the thick of it. So to have somebody with good perception like that can give you clarity on what's really going on and be very honest about some of your habits and some of his habits. I think it's the way he set it up is beautiful. He set up how, like, the good things, the challenging areas, how we can bring them together, how we can make them work. And the way he brought it together was excellent. So I extremely highly recommend, if you get in a relationship, that you invest in one of these readings.
Yeah, it's priceless. It really
Priceless.
is.
Yeah, because
Okay,
you want to know,
so
like, you don't want to be out here sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be out here, needing bail money and all that one shit. So for real, nah, people crazy. It's 2023, man. People will take you for a whole ride. So you gotta know what you're dealing with.
yep.
Right.
So invest, invest, invest. They're well worth it. I mean, I've been telling everybody, oh, I think I might be in a relationship. Well, when y'all lock it in, let me know so I can send you to my friend Dre, because you got to get one of these. And let me just tell you, I'm just so happy you raised your prices. I am so happy. I am so happy. You know what I mean? I remember when I first gave you your tarot deck and how, like, you just started bodying tarot. I just watching your whole, what I'm saying? And we've been friends for years. So we've had our roller coaster rides, but just watching your roll that whole time, you build yourself spiritually, you building your intuition, all of that, and just watching you blossom. And even me watching the podcast, which we're going to talk about next, the podcast that you two on, and watching how y'all energies work together to give out some dope information, dope podcast. It's get spiritual tears. I just love watching it. It's dope. So,
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
one of y'all, I want to start with Empress. Tell me about the podcast that you have with Dre. What made you think of doing it? What made you think of the idea?
I started my podcast to collaborate just in general for spirituality, different areas. But I really want to focus on relationships, because of just the state of the relationship between our community. So I had a podcast on relationships, and you said, I know somebody be great for the podcast. So you referred Dre. And I messaged him and said, hey, thank you for accepting the invitation. And he sent me a video. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds like my video I just did like almost like verbatim. And I'm like, what in the heck is this? I said, oh yeah, he'd be great for the podcast. And so, but my original idea was to have both sides, you know, male and a female version, so we can grow, you know, feedback and give back information, so we can see the both perspective of well-rounded in relationships. And so he came into the podcast. We talked about courtology. I said, "You do courtology too?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I do too." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's see what we can maybe study or something." So we start studying, uh, the courtology. Like we probably just thought, like doing live shows to give people more information on the courtology and also surrounded with relationships. So that was the birth of the podcast. Playing with destiny, terror relationships, and the core game of life.
Yep, that's pretty
Um,
much how it went. Like we had did the original podcast, or I had did her podcast when we were looking at the videos and stuff like that. I had sent her the episode of my podcast, even though I still got to add more episodes to that. Now, like I said, stuff that just kind of went,
Mhm.
a little. I ain't gonna say left on me. It didn't got broad on me. But I'm still working on my podcast. I released one episode, but I got more to come. But yeah, it just was alignment. It was like, nah, we was really, like she said, we was just pretty much in the same headspace about things,
Mhm.
and we pretty much had the same kind of concept of how we wanted to disseminate the information so that people could see the value in, just relationships, and value in connection, and how we really need each other, and
Mhm.
instead of like being divided and all that stuff. So
Right.
yeah, it was alignment for real.
The importance of relationships, partnerships, uh, and to see your destiny. When we look at the cards, it's in the cards.
Right, right, right.
Um, and it's also convicts us more in our craft, and it also inspires me to want to give it out, help people, because it's actually a cheat code. You know, you
Big
can't
cheat code.
change something, but you can be aware of it. If you're aware of it, you can know how to kind of combat it. If you don't know, you just going for blind. So it's actually a cheat code to me to kind of help you navigate through life.
Facts.
One thing I can say that I like about your podcast, because we have so many podcasts out here that pit us against each other. Y'all definitely on the wavelength of knowing the importance of bringing the masculine and the feminine together,
Mhm.
and it's working together to come up with healthy solutions. Solving healthy conflicts, looking at the spiritual side of things, because we all know that everything is spiritual, and we have so many distractions out here in the world, the internet, other people, other things outside of ourselves that constantly pull us away from each other. So it just feels good to have a platform that is made to bring people together,
Mhm.
to force us to look at ourselves so that we can work together. Especially in our
Right.
community. It's for everybody, but specifically, in our community, I think it's important for us to work on the masculine and the feminine, to work on coming together instead of fighting against each other.
Right. That was very
So,
important to
very,
like you said, it's so many podcasts out that have great perspective, but it's like you said, it's always, you know, one against the other.
Surface, always surface level. It's always
Surface.
I ain't gonna say always low vibrational,
Yeah.
but most of the time it's low vibrational because everybody
Mhm.
want to point. It's a finger pointing thing versus
Yeah.
how can we take the differences that we have, make them stronger, and then find a way to work together.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, if you don't get together, how can we procreate? I mean, you gonna
Right.
do stop mankind? I mean,
Right. Right.
I
We
had a
always like to.
what'd you
My
say,
fault.
Dre?
I was just like, I was to say we always have, these go back and forth about things, and a lot of times lose sight of the fact that it's called a relationship. So you got to learn how to relate to the person that you know what I'm saying, in the relationship with. So a lot of times we like to just have like these ownerships and these dictatorships, but very seldom are they relationships.
I had a conversation with a good friend of mine the other day, in relationships, areas of relationship, their struggle for her. And one thing she said to me was pivotal to me. And she said, I do not know how to have healthy conflict in a relationship. She was like, if there's an argument or there's a dispute, it's me against him. She's like, I don't know how to resolve things in a healthy manner. So that led me to do a lot of reading and research. My next podcast episode that I do by myself, I'm going to talk about the research I did. But it just talks about, you know, females and male, well, feminine and masculine, because we both know it can be male, male, female, female, whatever. But feminine and masculine energies, whatever energies, you know, it's natural to have. It's actually healthy to have conflict in your relationship because it gives you areas. It gives you insight on areas that you need to look at within yourself, because we all know that relationships are like mirrors. But how do we solve those in healthy ways without putting each other on blast, belittling each other, putting each other down, being condescending?
I
So,
think we got to figure out. I think the key is, first of all, the key is like respect and understanding that, like you said,
mhm.
it's really about looking within. So if I have an issue with something that I see in you, 9 times out of 10, it's an issue that I have within myself. So how can I, instead of pointing the finger, point the thumb? Where can I get better at? Where can I see? I can understand like how you can, we gotta learn how to talk to each other. Like, okay, I understand, what I'm saying, that I didn't make you feel good when I said that. I apologize. So, you know what I'm saying? Take accountability. You know what I mean? Like we like to a lot of times we like to listen to defend ourselves instead of listen to understand. So once we listen to understand, we will understand that we're really not enemies. If you really was listening to grow it, you know what I'm saying, we realize that, okay, I hear what she's saying. Damn, I did do that. So from your perspective, how do you think I could have done that better, or whatever, however you decide to, resolve the issue. But it really comes down to respect and listening to understand, like, and understanding that I'm seeing this because it's really me that I'm seeing. It ain't really you, and you seeing this in me because it's you that you're seeing.
I heard this lady say, she said, don't look at the other person is not the problem. The problem's the problem. Because when you
right.
look at the other person like they're the problem, they become your energy. They become your enemy.
Let's say that.
And
I like
also
that.
in any conflict or dispute, there's no winner. You know what I
Yep.
mean? We're not going back and forth to see who won or who made the best point or who was right or who was wrong. The goal is resolution. And
Yeah, I just finna say that.
it's okay to agree to disagree. We don't have to agree. You know, we don't have to.
I think
It's
when we
compromise.
want to always be a winner and a loser, you know, and then most times it's not either or, it's and. It's some of everything. Like the
Hmm.
latest thing, but the ex NFL, I mean ex NBA player wife is OnlyFans or something, and well, both of y'all actually wrong. Both of y'all right. It's it's not either or, it's both of y'all because it's a relationship. Both of you is in it. So it's like we try to want to have a winner on this side and lose on this side. It's like it's both. It's not either or. You
Either
know,
or.
it's both.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that we are going to get to a better place, but it's going to take effort, time, because the pendulum had to swing back the other way eventually, right? So we're gonna help it swing back the other way. But yeah,
And it
it's
takes individual effort, you know. It
yeah.
does. And a lot of people, you know, we get in these relationships and we focus solely on, I think, especially for women, we get this I can fix him mentality. So let me get in here, focus on him and fix him. You know what I'm saying? Let me fix this person. You know, it's easier to look at somebody else and fix them versus, you know, looking at yourself and working on fixing things within yourself. So I think once we shift that mentality and we learn how to compromise and flow with each other, I think things would be much better.
Yeah, and the shift, in my opinion or my observation, the shift has to start with training and teaching our children what relationships are, the importance of relationships, the importance in family, the importance of togetherness. Son, I tell my son now, when you get your wife and your kids, he's like, yeah, mama, yeah. I'll put it in his head. You want to have a family. He tell him how to take care. So to me, that's going to help us get back to the balance. Teaching our kids, because these adults now, man, that's we got to start with these children. Let them understand the importance of being a husband, a father, a man of your home. Provide for your family, getting your wife or whatever partner, whatever it is, but being in a unit together. They're not taught that right now. They don't see that right now enough. They don't see it.
It's funny.
So
Little Dre went out trick or treating yesterday, and this little girl was flirting with him. And it's funny because, like, Lil Dre is a kid. Like, he's oblivious to any of the anything. You know what I'm saying? The little girl was like, "What grade you in?" He was like, "Fourth." "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm 10." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And she like, "I'm in 6 and I'm 12." And she was on him. Like, she was on him the whole time. So, like, at the end of the night, I was like, I said, "You see little," I forget her name. He was like, "You see how she was on you and she was asking you all them questions and she followed behind you the whole night?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, she was on you, right?" He was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God, you always say stuff like that." I'm like, "Bruh, like I'm trying to tell you, like." But it's funny because my son he's completely oblivious. He's fine with being a kid. I'm fine with him being a kid.
that's right.
But I'm trying to get him ready to understand, like, the interactions are coming. You got to learn how to interact. You got to learn how to, be in that space. And it's just funny. Like, I just thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my son want to do exactly what to do. My son want to do
Right,
that Aries.
right.
Oh,
Ah,
he
yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah. You was telling me how he be. Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
Lil
he
Dre,
be on it, man.
Lil Dre a Libra, but he got that Capricorn moon, so he real detached on
Oh
certain,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, my oldest son, I was worried about him at first because boy, he was a ladies man. You know, he still is, but you know, he's actually talking to me about marriage and settling down and having kids and relocating. I'm like, you know what I mean? I was happy to hear that because what you don't want, you know, for me anyway, I don't want my children to make the same mistakes I made. So, you know, when he told me that, you know, he wants to wait, you know, to get his career in, and then he wants to, you know, propose to his girlfriend, and he wants to, you know, have children eventually, you know, by the woman that he marries. I was proud of him, like, you know, wanting to step up and be that, or how he handles her and how he cares for her and takes care of her. He makes me proud to see that. So it does start with our children. You know, they got to lead by examples.
Mm-hmm. They have to see it. They have to really see it.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, your kids, they learn from your mistakes. You know,
That's
I've,
true.
I've had my I've had my older children tell me like, no, we don't want to struggle like you struggle. So, you know, we're gonna move differently. I don't take offense to that. I'm proud of that. I want them to move differently. I want them to learn from my mistakes. But then you have some children who fall right in your footsteps. You just gotta hope they get it together.
Right.
So before we get started, Dre, I want you to tell everybody if they wanted to connect with you or get services from you, where they can reach you at. And again, everybody, all his information will be in the description as well.
Okay. You can reach me on Facebook Messenger most of the time. That's my most available um, way. Shango Rising, CHANGO RISING, or under my real name, DeAndre Washington, DeAndre, last name Washington, like the state. I know I need to get some other modality, but that's what we working with right now. But it's efficient because that's the one you always can reach me on. I always got my phone in front of me, so when I see you pop up, most of the time, especially the DeAndre Washington, that's the one that's on my phone. If you hit the Shango Rising, it might take me a little bit of time to get back because that's just my that's the one my page I've had for a long time. But yeah, hit me on there and I'll definitely get back with you. You know, it ain't gonna take me long.
I'm also gonna tag your YouTube and your TikTok because you give like your daily energies
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. On my YouTube is Real Life Expression. My YouTube is Real Life Expression, and then I believe my TikTok is Eternal Student. I don't know. I got my. I don't have my other
Okay,
phone.
all the links will be in the
Okay.
description, and
Yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
for Empress Crissy, your links will be in the description as well for those who want to contact you or reach you for any services or anything like that. Do you want to tell them, Empress Crissy, real quick, how they can contact you as well?
You contact me through my website, and that's empresscrissy.com. And I am on all the platforms: TikTok, YouTube, IG, Facebook, same name, Empress Crissy, Crissy.
Y'all just so much more responsible than I am.
Well, me and Empress Crissy the same. Like I mean, all my stuff the same across the board. I'm
Yep.
the same. I'm just a medium across the board because I want it to be as simple as possible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For my brain too, like what's that? What's this? Nah, we gotta keep
Me,
it
I
simple.
forget me too. Yeah. So I want you guys to give everybody a taste of what y'all do, like with the divine and feminine energies or the messages that y'all give, and then I am going to go through and just go through each sign real quick and give a quick message. It will be on relationships because you guys have a relationship podcast. So I will be, about love and relationships and stuff like that. I'm just gonna pull a quick energy, and if y'all want to bounce off my energy, y'all can. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies first.
Bless my cars. Bless my cars real quick. Hold on. Y'all keep going. I'm just gonna bless my cars real
You
quick.
want me to go first with the feminine energy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let's get a collective reading for the feminine energy today. November the 1st. Thank you, Spirit. What is the feminine energy for November the 1st for the collective? Three. Oh, you can't see it. It's 3 of Wands. But you're done. It's something that you're done waiting on. The feminine, you're done waiting. You have that one wand in your hand, and your back is turned to something that you've left behind. So you have moved on. You have moved on from chaos. 5 of Wands. You moved on from chaos. You had some stuff going on with some different people. Look like it could be friends. This could be a friend group that you moved on from. That's the energy right now. Movement from chaos.
Funny that you say that. So for the masculine, I pulled the Tower card. And the Tower card is all about chaos and upheaval and
Right.
destruction.
We gone. We
So
gone though.
right. So I don't know if the masculine caused the destruction, or if the masculine just needs to go ahead and just, walk away from the destruction in some kind of way. But yeah, it's change. It's like it's change. It's sudden. It's abrupt. You know what I mean? But you got to go ahead and roll with them punches. Like, you see the man, it's a dude jumping out of the tire because stuff done went haywire. The lightning that hit it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's time to get up out of there. It's time to bust a move. Time to make moves. Don't stay stuck in the situation that that you feel is chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of there. It's time to make the moves. Especially now since we're going into the harvest part of the year. So you're reaping what you sow. So it seems like you might have sowed some seeds of destruction, change, chaos, and now they coming to the forefront. So get up out of there before you get burned down in this building.
Right.
I feel like when y'all talk, I feel as if y'all speak of two energies that they just been in a situation longer than they should have been.
I think
Probably
so.
should have moved on. And now the building's on fire. So I think something is happening. Sometimes when you don't move, when you're accordingly like it's supposed to,
You get moved.
You get
Get
moved.
tossed out.
That was super dope. Okay, so I'm going to run from Aries to Pisces. My decks are already cleared and shuffled. And if y'all want to, y'all could just piggyback off of what I said. Very quick, brief messages on love and relationships for singles or whoever I feel like they come out from, and y'all could piggyback off me. Or y'all can interpret something what I've said differently, or if you see something different or feel something different, please feel free to chime in. Okay?
All right.
Ooh.
Let's start with Aries.
Anxious to hear what you say about these motherfuckers.
So for Aries, I feel like this is for an Aries that is trying to move on to new adventures, new relationships. They probably recently come out of an old relationship, but somebody in the party is refusing to let go. And I feel like for you, Aries, you're allowing this person in your past to drain your energy. The past situation is energetically draining, and it still has an effect on what you have going on today. And Spirit is saying that if you want to move on successfully in a successful relationship, the best thing for you to do is completely cut that past person off.
Yeah. Pull back and reflect. So that's basically the same. So as you cut them off, get into your space of meditation, the hermit. You know what I mean? Learn how to get those answers from within, and don't react to the just the damn, I can't think of the word. Just don't react to the stuff you see. Like basically go within and get the answers, because the stuff you see, they say believe none of what you hear and believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The stuff that you see is kind of leading you down the wrong place. You got to go within and get the answers.
I just want to let the Aries know that this is actually a spiritual lesson. So take a little time and reflect. Write down some things that you did wrong. You know you did wrong. Write those things down and reflect on, because it's a spiritual lesson for you to grow from.
Yeah, man, my son's mom is an Aries, and she been on some shit. So I don't know. I hope she watched this shit. I hope she watched this shit. Yeah,
She's
for
not gonna
real,
watch it.
Suddenly,
man.
Taurus. So Taurus, this spread to me is a look, and I hate to call y'all out, but I'm gonna call y'all out. I feel like there's a past relationship here, or somebody from the past that you're still wanting to be with, that you're holding on to, and you delusional. So what you're doing is like, it's like you forcing something, you forcing something that's not working. Like you forcing yourself on this person, and the shit ain't working. You know what I mean? You're creating this narrative in your mind, like, we're gonna be together, we're gonna get married, it's gonna be this and it's gonna be that, but it's not really that. So what spirit wants you to do is basically to check yourself. You know what I mean? Look at yourself deeply and look at the signs. Is this person really as into you as you think they are? Is this your ego? You know what I mean? How deep is this connection really? Is this connection really as deep as you think it is, or did you create it in your mind and make it as deep as it is? It ain't that serious. And that's what I'm picking up for Taurus. Really look at the situation for really what it really is, and quit forcing them motherfuckers to do shit they don't want to do.
Yeah, that's my moon sign, so that was for me. Overstaying your welcome. Overstaying your welcome, and inability to leave the situation. So pretty much the same thing. Just go ahead and bust a move, because it ain't it.
And the advice for the Taurus is there's some kind of transformation that you're not allowing. So allow whatever this is, it's meant to transform your life. So allow it. Allow.
Yep. You stop being so controlled, because you're not allowing for flow to, you're not allowing for that transformation to happen, because you're so controlled. You're so afraid of what life would look like without this person. And your abundance is over here. You know what I mean? Your abundance is right. I think I said something about that similar to Taurus last time. Like, hey, everything you need is right here, but you're too afraid to let go over here and open up that door. Okay. Taurus. Gemini. What we got for Gemini? Okay, so for Geminis, I think this is a specific story for Gemini that may be in a relationship or a connection. I feel like whoever you are in this connection with, they're not being truly honest with you. It could be some lies, it could be some deceit, or some infidelity. Somebody might be seeing other people or messing with someone else. Also, for a small group of Geminis, watch your friends. It may be somebody who's looking at the person that you're dating. And that's crazy because it does happen. But there's somebody who's not very genuine in your circle or in your relationship connections or anything like that. For Geminis, my advice would be to keep your relationships and your business to yourself. And if you feel like your partner that's doing something that's not very honest, it may be time to reevaluate how you want to handle that situation.
That's dope. The two cards that fell out for advice was friendship and time apart. So, Geminis, audit your space, audit your circle, audit your friendships. You might need some time apart from somebody in your circle.
Big air energy. So basically what Jazz was saying, big setback, kink in the plan. So it ain't going like you thought it was gonna go. This is the world reversed. So yeah, it ain't what you think it is. Take a step back, reevaluate things, and look at them for what they truly are versus what you want them to be.
Cancer.
We done ran through all my shit. Gemini, my Mars and
Your big three.
my Mercury and Mars is in Gemini. Taurus is my moon sign, and Cancer is my sun sign. So yeah.
Cancer is my rising, and Aries is my moon. My Mercury is in Sagittarius. In the 6th house. So Cancer, your message for you is, it's all in your mind, baby. It's all in your mind. it's like it's like negative thinking. Anything that's going on with you, it's like negative thinking. For you cancers, somebody might be coming up that you have good chemistry with, that can that you may want to consider connecting with if they're not there already. I feel like they'll be coming in. And I feel like this person that comes into your life, it's like a reward. It'll be like a reward for you. But the issue with cancer, for you cancer, is that you're given this reward, but your mindset ain't in the right place. So what's happening is that the universe is like, here goes a reward. Here goes somebody who's more your speed, somebody that maybe may appreciate you more, respect you more, love you more, be more on your level, give you the TLC you need, somebody you can expand with and share with. But you either scoring from the past, or your mind is not in the right place to really be open and receptive to this connection that's coming in for you, or maybe already here and you're not taking notice of. And that would be my advice for cancer.
Crazy. This is the 9 of Wands. It's pretty much the Wounded Warrior card. Stay down to come up. Pretty much what she said. You almost there, but you just gotta know that, like she said, you create everything in your mind, and you're gonna perceive it through your creation. So stay down, and don't be that wounded warrior. Just know that the things that have happened happen for a reason. They're lessons, not losses. Quit carrying them as losses and learn from the lessons.
And the advice for cancers is, let me see that, is trust. So that fit right in with the messages to trust. It is safe for you to trust.
Yeah, I have a rising in cancer, so I completely understand how sometimes I call it stinking thinking. And sometimes when we get in our minds, we can create issues where there are no issues, or you can count yourself out of a situation that you really don't need to count yourself out of. So just remember to kind of watch your thinking. Okay, we are at Leo. Leo.
It's the advice for Leo. Advice for Leo.
Mm.
Advice for Leo.
Leo, some of you are wanting to reconcile with somebody from the past, or somebody from the past would like to reconcile with you. The issue with you, Leo, or it could be the other person, please understand, everybody, that roles can be reversed. And if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It's just not for you. And also check your sun, moon, and rising. But some of you, y'all got old family issues, like maybe mother issues or daddy issues, and you bring them into your relationships. I feel like there's a specific Leo here or a specific set of Leos here who um they want to be in relationships, but whenever things become challenging, they tend to run. And what spirit is saying is that the issue is not the person that you're running from, or the issues that you're running from, but they are old wounds that you need to look at and heal.
Death card reverse. So it's resistance, fear of change. So basically, you probably know that you're supposed to, like she said, instead of running away, you're supposed to sit there and kind of sit in it, but you don't. That's you got that fear of changing. You're resisting that. So that's what's blocking your blessings and keeping you stagnant. So fight that resistance, and run to the unknown, because that's actually where your blessings are.
Yeah, the advice, um, chemistry came out, and I was listening to you, Jazz, and so that Leo want to reconcile with somebody. So they probably feel like that person they have a lot of chemistry with. So that is your motivation, to sit and try to figure it out. Is it good enough chemistry? Is it worth it? Your advice is to, sit down and figure some things out for self to see, if it's chemistry and you know that, then you got to put in the work. You can't run. You gotta put in the work.
That part. Virgo. Virgo, this spread right here is a call for you to love yourself. It's a call for you to work on your self-esteem. It's a call for you to be honest with yourself. And for you Virgos that I'm talking to, as long as you are not learning to build your self-esteem, love yourself, give yourself grace, you'll never be able to accept the right opportunity that comes into your life if you wanted it to be. For Virgos that are in a relationship, Spirit is telling me to tell you to kind of take the judgment off of your partner, um, the um, the perception that you have off your partner, because it's often a reflection of how you deeply feel about yourself. You project.
The card that came out for Virgos is a soulmate, and you said that so that fit. It says your soulmate loves and accepts you, so they love and accept you for who you are. Respect that unconditionally. If you are with a soulmate, you have to be mindful of what energy you give it out to the connection. Virgo, you probably with the right person. Accept it for what it is.
With the Justice card reverse, so that's your karma coming back. So basically, whatever you put out is coming back to you. I say unfair outcome, but that don't necessarily mean there's going to be an unfair outcome for you. This means that depending on where your mind is, what seeds you have sown, that's what's coming back. So you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's just that on it.
Until you do that work, Virgo, nothing's gonna turn out in your favor.
I'm some stubborn
Jealous.
motherfucker, boy. Stubborn motherfucker. Swear to God.
Look, last time I did a spread, I went hard on Libras, and unfortunately, Libras, I'm on your ass again.
That's
Libra,
my rising. That's my rising sign. So we didn't got them all covered now.
Libra, listen to yourself. I pulled the codependency card, but for Libras, I think what that has to do with, I feel like you guys aren't making healthy choices when it comes to love and relationships because y'all codependent on old behaviors that do no longer work for you. For a small group of Libras, I feel like it's a lot of anger, attempting to control people, attempting to force things to go your way instead of coming to terms with the fact that whatever you're trying to force is not working for you. So Libras are very intuitive. You got this little voice within you down here that's telling you like, hey, this isn't working for you. You know, stop with the game, stop with going through all this, stop with doing this and stop with doing that, and focus on yourself so that you can make healthier choices in terms of love and relationships.
What I got was advice is for Libras to wait. So that's exactly what you basically telling them. The timing is not quite right. So whatever you trying to force, Libras, come on now. You're supposed to be balanced and harmonized. You got to wait for the divine timing to get it right. It's coming. It's coming.
Yep. And to piggyback off of all that, I pulled the Page of Wands in reverse. So the whole forcing thing that y'all go through, that's a lack of maturity. That's a lack of you being able to, like, you know that you'll need your scales balanced, but you trying to have your cake and you trying to eat it too. So what you might manifest in this particular situation is an unfaithful partner. So not necessarily somebody that's cheating on you, but it could be an idea, a concept, something that you partnering with in your mind that is not as faithful or as on point as you think it is. And quit forcing it because it ain't that time.
That part. Also, I wanted to add in real quick for Libras. Um, Libras, they often have the need to feel balanced. But my question for Libras is, have you calibrated your scale? Is your scale
Wow.
properly calibrated? Because it's not, if it's not properly calibrated, your idea of balance could be off.
Facts. Right. Great point.
Scorpio. So Scorpios, I think these are for single Scorpios or Scorpios that want to be single, because we know how Scorpios can be. They'll break up with you before they break up with you. They'll break up with you up here before they break up. They be single up here, but you better not do nothing. You
Uh-oh.
better do nothing. But I feel like Scorpios, I feel like y'all ask for something, and when y'all get it, if it don't look like physically the way you feel like it should look, you'll pass it up. So best example is, you know what? I want to I got a friend that's a Scorpio. So I want a good man that go to church, that's a Christian, that has his own business, that's a good man, and this and that. And then when she meet him, it's like, He got a beard, he's short, he this, he that. And no, you know what I mean? When I say this is just everything that you asked for. So for Scorpios, my advice with you is to keep an open mind, because the person for you may very well be the person that you keep on sticking your nose up at or turning your nose away from. And that would be my advice.
And this relationship with the person that you turning away could be a sacred partner, because I got marriage. So it could be a sacred union. And with sacred unions, they may not look the part that you think. A lot of times when you get with that divine partner, you're gonna have a big difference. Either your age or your religion or height or something. It's gonna be something big, significant that's different. So take your time and you will get what you need. What you need.
Yeah. Also, you gotta remember to nurture living life full on. This is the three. I mean, this is the Empress actually. So you gotta savor the fruits of life, enjoy the pleasure, and not always be in that mind, that head space of, just being like, you know, uh, so serious and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy life. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Tap into your pleasure, and enjoy that, because that's the other side of all that emotional shit y'all be on.
Scorpios, I call them emotionally petty. But when they emotional, they some of the most pettiest, low.
Oh,
Pisces and
No,
Scorpio, they
no,
run neck and neck.
no,
Mm.
no, no.
But a Scorpio slit your throat in your face. A Pisces will hire somebody to do it. That's the difference. You won't even. A Pisces will hire somebody to slit your throat and be at your funeral crying. Okay,
I'm down. I'm down with y'all Scorpios. I got y'all.
I'm down with y'all too. I love Scorpios, just not with me.
I ain't gonna say nothing because I incriminate myself.
Oh
I ain't no
God.
damn Scorpio.
So Sagittarius. For Sagittarians, it looks like some new beginnings. For the single Sagittarians, you may have people coming in. For Sagittarius, the relationships, you may have entered a new phase in the relationship department. So I feel like my advice for you, Sagittarius, is this. I feel like if you're entering a new situation, or if you are in one, this person may be different than people that you're used to dealing with. So you're not sure how to handle it. So that might induce some negative self-talk, some invasive thoughts that you probably shouldn't have. So my advice for Sagittarians would be to, what I just told myself earlier, watch your stinking thinking, watch how you think, because a lot of times, we can manifest things through our thoughts and through how we speak on certain situations.
And you said something new, and the advice I got was leap of faith. So if you have met somebody new, um, you gotta have to take a leap of faith on this one. But it's safe for you to do so. So I know Sag can be hesitant when it comes to like commitment and and being still or whatever. But at some point, you have to be open to getting with that person. Take leap of faith. Yeah, take a leap of faith. Maybe it's worth it.
I got the Nine of Swords, and that's like the end of worry. So that's pretty much get out your head.
Cappies, Capricorns. We're going to talk about your thoughts and your perceptions. Cappies, you're too hard on yourself. So for those Capricorns that are single and they're having difficulties finding the right people to date or dating, it's because it's your approach. You know, you're approaching it from a perception of a lack, from an energy of lack. You know, a lot of deep regrets from relationships in the past. You still carry some of those, but the bulk of you really would like to attract a partner that's suitable for you. For Capricorns, my advice for you would be to start a new slate. You can't walk into a situation, you know, let's say a canvas is a relationship, you know, and I always tell people, if you're gonna walk into a new relationship or situation, or you're gonna start dating, walk into it with an empty canvas and allow it to be painted over time. You know, Capricorns, y'all already got y'all canvases etched out, and as soon as that person color outside of the line, y'all bent out of shape. You know what I mean? Come with a blank canvas and allow that other person to make art with you.
The advice, the quote that came out was warning. So to me, that's just your guides giving you a warning, like what Jazz is saying. Be mindful. We can color outside the line a little bit sometimes. That's can be cute, you know. Art can be different things. So take heed to trying to be too rigid and too, you know, in the in the I'm trying to say, like in the paint or whatever. Get out the paint. Get messy.
So I pulled the King of Swords reverse. So like that's like corrupt, abusive father energy, tyrant energy. So that could be speaking to your mindset. You know, about being too rigid, about not being flexible enough. So yeah, be malleable in your ability to see a situation differently.
I want to add something too. I think that too much work and have more fun. And that's just some of this Capricorns. Work, 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 work. Have a little
Capricorns are very
fun.
serious. You know, they all
Yeah,
about work. You know,
yeah,
my seventh house is in Capricorn. Um,
yeah.
so I understand that approach, that seriousness when it comes to, you know, certain aspects of my life, especially relationships and connections and stuff like that. You know, it's
Mhm.
okay to, you know, let loose,
Yeah.
let things go away a little bit. We are on Aquarius. Aquarius.
Aquarius. What is the advice for the Aquarius? Ooh.
So Aquarius, I feel like there's somebody in your energy or coming into your energy that's really interested in you. This person could know people that you know, so they're kind of asking about you, you know, trying to figure out how to get close to you, Aquarius, how to slow you down. You know, Aquarians, they like their freedom. Um, what sticks out to me is this card. This could be the one card. And in this card right here, you got this gentleman, and he's, you know, kind of checking her out, and he's like, you know what, I think this might be the one for me. But you got these other energies in the background. You know what I mean? You know, kind of on the outside of everything. And I know, you know, Aquarians, they like to have a fun. So for you guys, somebody's coming in that really wants to be pretty serious with you guys, and it's definitely worth um looking into. For those Aquarians who want to know who this person may be, they may be somebody who have people in common with you. So they might have the same friends or know friends of your friends, or be a relative or somebody that you know, because they're going to be asking about you. So one of your friends might be like, "Hey, so and so asked about you. They want your number. They want to take you out. If I were you, Aquarius, I would look into it."
And the advice or the core that I got was fate. So this partnership, this meeting, this connection is definitely fate. So uh, they're coming. It's fated connection.
For the seven of pentacles, so it's basically like you have to put in the work, whether that be work on yourself or the energy into this particular situation to reap the rewards of the equity. So you can't be out here double dutching with a motherfucker or acting like, you know what I'm saying, like you have interested. If you really are interested in what it could be, you got to put in that work and be genuine with them as they are being with you.
That's important, Aquarius, because some Aquarius, they like to explore their options, which is nothing wrong with that. You like to explore your options, but sometimes what happens is that when you explore your options, you're not really taking anybody seriously. And what we're saying is that somebody is coming in that you may want to take seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, the old man of the zodiac, Pisces.
Pisces.
So Pisces, for you, I would say an end to your turmoil is coming. If you are in a relationship or came out of a relationship that you were really depressed about, that is going to change. Soon you're going to be looking into a new beginning. Now, look, for some of you Pisces, it may be like a new beginning with yourself and getting reacquainted with yourself and learning to, love yourself again after a relationship that ended that hurt you deeply. But for some of you, you may be linking up with somebody else. For some of you, I sense like you may be reconnected with somebody from the past. And for some of you, it may be somebody new, but for the bulk of you, I'm feeling like it may be somebody from the past. And realize, even though you've made my advice for you, Pisces, is that even though you made a lot of mistakes in the past when it comes to relationships, and you may or may not have hurt a lot of people or have been hurt, you do deserve to be loved properly, and you do deserve to get the chance to love somebody else properly. And that would be my advice for Pisces.
Um, it's be mindful of your thoughts, Pisces. Um, and my favorite thing with the hit with the thoughts is create you a mantra. Create you a mantra. Whatever you got going on, create you a positive mantra around that particular situation and say that mantra every day. So you can kind of get those thoughts flipped to more positive thoughts, because that becomes your reality.
With the Eight of Wands, so that's like momentum, swift progress leading to a successful conclusion, green light go. So basically, what Jazz was saying, just ride that wave of momentum. Don't get caught up in them punk ass emotions y'all be having sometimes. You know what I mean? So don't let the logic over emotions, and ride the momentum and don't self sabotage.
That part. So that concludes our bonus read of the session. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks to those who watch, who tune in every podcast episode. Dre and Empress Crissy, I definitely appreciate you guys for coming on here and speaking with me. It's an honor to connect with you too. When I was on the podcast with the both of you, and is it Marcelina? Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had a great time. So it was really good connecting with y'all. So go back and watch that episode as well, guys, and check out their podcast, which will be on. I think it's on both y'all YouTube channels, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
on
Facebook.
Mondays.
So
If you
every
want to
Monday.
comment, if you want to comment or if you want to chime in and get a reading, you got to go through YouTube. But you can actually just watch it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And we do free readings
Right.
free one card readings. So that's Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central, but 7 Eastern.
Right.
Yeah.
Monday nights.
Yeah. Y'all get in there and get y'all one card readings and listen. The information is dope. It's dope. I haven't caught y'all live on a Monday night yet, but I always catch y'all when I get free time on Tuesdays. That's my little free day. I'm always catch y'all, and I love y'all platform. I love y'all podcast. I look forward to y'all episodes. So please keep it up. Hopefully, y'all I can have y'all on again in next episode. I would really love to dive deeply into cardology. Really, about what it's about,
That's
what
what's
is
up.
it, all that other stuff.
Yeah, we can
For
do
those
that.
who are interested in my services, my information will be in the description. You can go to my website at www.jazzmedium.com. I am Jazz the Medium on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't use my Twitter account. And also, my phone number is listed in my information. My podcast is available on YouTube and Spotify. You can always go on there and check out my podcast. So, with that being said, everyone be well. Peace.
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 Peace. Peace.
Peace.